Hi everyone, back again after quite a long break again. I'm sorry about that. Basically, with me having a full-time job and with just moving house properly this time, and I've moved over quite a few times past year or two. Yeah, now I'm permanent digs, so hopefully my videos can become more frequent. Just beginning to get more settled now, and I'm just waiting on the time when I have available to get my main stuff over here. I have very few items with me at the moment, but yeah, basically this video is sort of to announce, excuse me, is to announce a new series I want to be doing, mainly centering around the British Army of the Rhine, post-World War II British Army of the Rhine, that is, not First World War. So, mainly targeting the areas 1968 towards 85. Most of the stuff late 80s, early 90s, I don't really have, mainly because it's not really my interest area. I don't really like collecting that really much. The sort of first SA80 sort of series era, I'm not really my cup of tea really. And before that, generally, sort of post-war 49 battle dress era stuff, I don't really have much of. I do have some items, as you've seen, I think, in the past before. I do have some 60 pattern uniform and stuff, so I might focus on that. So sort of early British Army of the Rhine, sort of early 1960s even, I should say. So I might focus on that a little bit, but generally from very late 60s to the mid 80s is where I would focus on the series. Pairing with that, I will be doing one or two videos, mainly focusing on the Northern Ireland conflict, so the Troubles. Because it sort of branches off from British Army of the Rhine, because there has been the occasional time where there have been attacks by the IRA within the British Army in Germany. So I'll focus on that. So any questions you have, please leave them down below. Ideas that you might want to see a certain item or whatever when I'm doing that series. My first episode I will try should be coming up within about 2 to 3 weeks. Yes, it's a long time, but I'm going away next week, so I won't be here. So I should be able to get some videos after that. I will try to keep them at least maybe a week apart at most, but it just depends when I'm at work, because I work different shifts each week. It sort of depends on when I'll be able to, especially recently with not having many videos come up lately. So yeah. Also, I want to put out there I have a Facebook page, or group sort of page, called British Army, the British Army A Century at War. So just go on, type at Century at War onto Facebook, and it should be able to come up. I'll put a link to it down below in the box below, so you'll be able to view that if you wish. Basically, it has photographs and other pictures of myself, and sort of historical notes, etc., on certain items, and really the British Army during the 20th century. So going from like the First World War all the way up to modern conflicts in the late 20th century. So yeah, also want to do a shout out for one channel, Rifleman more. Basically, he's been doing sort of a bunch of videos lately, which have been quite interesting, focusing on sort of early to late war British equipment. So if you want to get started in that sort of area with reenactment. Also, there's a few items in Cold War he's been doing. So he did sort of 1960s British Army of the Rhine equipment setup, and he also focused on a video about the 60 pattern DPM uniform, so the jacket and trousers. It's a really, really good video. I would highly suggest go check that out. It's a really, really good channel. And he's also left some comments in my previous videos as well, which have been really, really helpful. On that sort of subject of the 60 pattern DPM stuff, I currently have a pair, some trousers are coming soon. I should be able to get them tomorrow, hopefully. Cross fingers. But it just depends. So if I can get those things. But one of the items I do have with me is one of the 60 pattern DPM jackets. So that's that one. As you've seen, his video goes in way more depth than I ever could. my knowledge stretches to a point, but he's got a lot more, I would say, attributes at his disposal. So, which is really good, and his collection's far larger than mine. But and it's difficult getting stuff over here at the moment. I don't really have anywhere to store it at the moment. There's space for it to go, but there's nowhere for it to go in. If that makes any sense. But yeah. So hopefully that series will be coming out soon. Please check out the page on Facebook if you can. Check out Rifleman more, because he's got some really, really good stuff. And I hope you see you again soon. Thank you. Bye. Quick thing before I go, actually, I'm going to add some photos at the end of this video to show you things that will be coming up in the series, items and etc. So some photos of stuff laid out, me and kit, etc., and some old stock photos as well, from the British Army of the Rhine and from Northern Ireland. Thank you. See you later.